Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies.
What does that mean? Because
Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies with Wade and Maliki.
Welcome, watchers of movies, to Movies with Maliki and Wade. This is episode 5, and I'm fucking hyped as hell. How are those audio levels? I have no idea.
Shit's so good.
Yes. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're hyped as I was about it, because all right, we gotta.
That's funny.
Now,
That's funny.
volume. Here's this volume. It's not really showing me the volume of that, but that's okay.
It sounded good.
It might be.
Good on my end.
One thing that was weird with one of my last videos is a video that I played was super loud, but the audio, or like the voice was good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, watchers of movies. This is Movies with Maliki and Wade, where a couple of buddies talk about movies that they've been watching. Now, I guess I gotta start with, close your eyes for me, if you will.
Me?
Yeah, you!
Okay.
I mean, the viewers at home too, but
Right.
I'll do it too. But I want you to imagine you are 5-6 years old. It's Christmas Eve. Santa Claus is as real as you could ever believe. And, dude, you couldn't sleep if you tried.
Wait, my eyes still need to be closed.
Well, no. I mean, just...
Okay.
But you know that excitement that I'm talking about. I have been losing a lot of sleep, which kind of sucks. But I'm like, it's this excited energy that I have for creative pursuits. I've got 3 main creative pursuits that have been happening, and I've just been losing sleep, and but I'm excited. This snowball is starting to take shape, and so my 3 main excited creative pursuits. Well, number 3, Movies with Wade and Maliki. Honestly, and that is a huge honor. I'm super excited for this because every month, man, when I watch your recommendation, I am just thrilled. I'm tickled pink.
Yeah.
Is that a phrase? Tickled pink?
Yeah, that's it. You got it. A little bit Midwestern for someone on the East Coast, but you got it.
I don't know, just kind of. Yeah, Movies with Wade and Maliki. I just love watching your picks, and it's just given me so much excitement in life, and I really hope that this can become something awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I've loved this. I'll let you keep going, but since you're saying it, I look forward to this every month. And it's one of the few things that, I have 2 things I've been consistently doing for the past several months, and that's feeding the cats that I feed outside and doing Movies with Maliki and Wade. So.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have that consistency too, and I don't know. I guess I felt like a more clear vision for the direction that it's heading, and yeah. So the other 2 pursuits. So Movies with Maliki and Wade. Next up is Wizardology. You saw that video that I made.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be incorporating these hymn prayer intros for each episode, and they'll be different. And then, dude, top of the motherfucking cake. like you think you're excited about this show. I have a project that I don't want. Oh, my audio might be. Oh no, maybe when I get too excited. Okay, well that's maxing out. It's a secret project that I don't want to give away too much, but about, I think it was, let's see, 2014, like over 10 years ago, I had an idea for a story. It was one of these, I was trying to sleep and I was excited as a kid on Christmas Eve. And over the years, I've worked on this story and I've changed it and I've kind of shaped it and sculpted it. And I've finally found the vision that I want to pursue. And so fucking stay tuned. You got to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be releasing this magical, maybe I can tease the title. I don't know. I'm still working on the title, but I'm currently thinking about calling it, oh shoot, what well, one of the titles I was thinking is the story of Wade the Wizard and the magical time-traveling adventures with Hubert. So, yeah.
Okay.
But how are you? How have you been, man?
Yeah, well, that's really exciting news. I've been pretty good. School's starting up again, so my schedule's shifting a little bit. But you know, my daughter went to the mind and body clinic to get a diagnosis for autism, and they're still not sure if she's autistic. So far, it's a like unspecified neurological disorder, but like they decided that she's like definitely ADHD, and she has a lot of comorbidities going on when it comes to like phobias and stuff. And it was just a really affirming experience to hear what the person who worked with her had to say, because it was basically a bunch of stuff that we've been telling the school for the last like 2 years that they just like didn't care to listen to us about. But now we have it like on paper from a clinic telling them like this is what she needs, this is what she has. You know, they're not just being helicopter parents that are just making shit up because they want to have the special kid that gets all the special stuff, you know, which is what the school treats us like. And so that was really cool. I fixed half the electricity in my house because I was replacing outlets, and it actually like fixed a bunch of electricity. But I was trying to fix the light in my bathroom, and that I have no idea what's wrong with that now. And then that same day I got attacked by a bunch of wasps, and then my dog bit me. I guess the reverse.
Did I?
And then I got attacked by wasps.
If I knew you had a dog.
I have 2 dogs. I have 2 chihuahuas.
Damn. You've seen my dog, right? Nitro?
I think so.
Yeah, right. Well,
yeah.
We got to talk about movies, man.
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second. Hold on. I think let me just try something here. Whoa! Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that you are not a freaky, ugly motherfucking scrotum face piece of shit.
It took me a second. It took me a second to catch up to what you were saying.
You gotta put these glasses on, man. Look at these. Put these glasses on.
Are you gonna have the most boring wrestling fight with me to get them on? Oh, Wade, I hate to tell you this.
Oh no. Dude, come on, look at that. I can see that. There's nothing, dude.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So, for those of you who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, I watched Maliki's recommendation, They Live. And, dude, I feel like you undersold it. I don't know, because I was watching back the recommendations. I couldn't remember what you said about it, but yeah, we were watching this. My spouse Jade because I kind of share. I was like, oh, here are the recommendations that Maliki shared, and so we picked They Live. She had seen it before, and she was like, oh, it's super iconic. It's I'm trying to focus there. Seem to be. Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
What else, man? It seriously. This is what I didn't realize how much I loved this idea. This movies with Maliki and Wade, sharing idea recommendations with a good buddy. But like movies that change the way you think, you know. And I do want to get into, because we're going to talk about the new Superman movie more towards the end, but yeah, maybe I'll circle back to that. But I love a movie that makes you think. So The Truman Show is one of my favorites. And after you're watching that, you're thinking like, oh man, could I be on camera? What, you know, and you can relate with the character, you know? And so that was one thing that I loved about They Live is I was like, you know, oh shoot, dude, there are these freaky alien dudes walking among us, and these capitalist pigs, greedy, freaky alien fucks. And yeah, it just I mean not. I guess I didn't like literally think that there's these aliens, but it did make me think and reflect on the movie well after watching it. And I'm thinking, man, these people in power, these corrupt, evil people,
they're so unlike us, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, so
I think it's just an extremely metaphor-heavy movie, and it makes it hard for me to enjoy it. Plus, I don't think Rowdy Roddy Piper is a good actor. How did you feel about his acting in that? You think he nailed it?
I mean, yeah, like and this is maybe something we can explore a little bit more as far as really talking about the acting, the music score, because I think a good movie has a good story, number one. Like that is the storytelling dates back. It's the earliest art form.
Yeah.
Thousands of years ago, when humans were first just talking, communicating stories, and they're like, hey man, like, let me tell you this story. And that's movies. It's this storytelling in a beautiful form. And that's kind of one of my creative project that I'm so excited about, because I think it's a really good story. But yeah, so it's like stories, acting, the music, the visuals. You know, movies are your eyes, ears, your emotions, thoughts, emotions, and your senses.
Yeah.
So anyway, I can't really remember much of the acting. I'm sure it was goofy, but I guess I don't want to like just distract from the story, because I really loved that story. You know, someone had this great idea where these glasses would, and I mean, like, as a metaphor, yeah, you know, just wake the fuck up, dude. So many people don't even think for themselves. We're captured in this cult mentality. It's not necessarily a religion, but it's a culture that causes us to think and behave differently.
Yeah.
So put the fucking glasses on, man.
It's a big culturally impactful thing. Yeah. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, so I guess that was my review of Maliki's movie that he recommended to me, just for anybody who's new watching, the way it works is I'll recommend 3 movies to Maliki, and Maliki will recommend 3 movies to me. And you, the viewer, you can pick one of the 6. Oh, dude, let me give a little teaser. We talk about the bonus movie. Sometimes we have a bonus movie. I went down a motherfucking rabbit hole, dude. A curious, crazy thing. And I started to watch this movie or this story. And I was like, no, dude, this is too good. I have to share this with Maliki. I want to watch it with, so I haven't seen it. I got a snippet of it. But anyway, I don't even know what it's called. But I took a screenshot. Anyway, so I watched They Live. Now let's jump into what you watched.
Okay. Yeah, so of course there were 6 recommendations a month. So your recommendations were Life or Something Like It, Real Genius, and Brazil. And I chose Brazil.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, and I watched it last night, and I thought it was pretty amazing. I like a story that makes you like for like the first hour be like, what am I watching? Do I like this? What's happening? And then the second hour sort of feels like all the things you're watching are like little clues that you end up being important later on. And I really I like that about that movie, especially like because they do like a direct like parallel between because the story is basically about like well, I'm going to spoil a 40-year-old movie here. It's about
so one of the rules of the show for the viewers is there's like spoiler alerts are off the table for movies that we watched last month, right?
Right. Right. That makes sense.
I guess we should have started with spoiler alerts, but I don't know, man. Just
we're talking about the movies. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I was just making a joke, but it's about like a government agent who's like really like he exists in like this fascist techno dystopia, and he like he's just like a normal pencil pusher, and then he has like this weird dream that sort of like makes him like focused in on this lady, and in doing like his job improperly he ends up becoming a criminal. So you see the way he treats the people who are criminals in the society with like complete like disregard and like lack of empathy, and then you see it like flipped on its head when he's being persecuted to where, you know, he's like, what the fuck is happening, and everybody else is like lacking empathy towards him, you know. And I just really liked the movie. I think like I can't tell if it felt really modern or if it was just the fact that we live in our own fascist techno dystopia that made it feel so modern. But like the fact that like the movie begins with a guy getting his house like raided by like armed like police with like masks and shit, and he's like kidnapped by the government, and it's all by like a clerical error, and he dies. Like you don't even see him later, he just dies off screen in this process. And it feels a lot like how like there's like this like mass deportation effort going on, and so people are getting kidnapped from their homes where they're being sent to places that people have no idea how to talk to them or like what they're up to. And it's just like it feels like very it's either very predictive or maybe, you know, we repeat a lot of the same stuff, but either way it was like there's something that was kind of like gratifying about seeing the government agent sort of face like the consequences of like the system he upholds. And yeah. And then I saw that like it was the first time in a long time where I liked a movie and I was like, I'm going to check the Rotten Tomatoes score, and the score was actually also high. Like it had 90% score on Rotten Tomatoes and like 98% on something else, but it like has like high scores. And I was just, like, it was just a good movie.
Fuck, man, I did not give Superman a favorable rating. But we'll talk about it. A couple things I wanted to mention. I do love. I think I really love art or a good movie that they're not influenced by what other people might like. Some people are not going to like it. Some people aren't going to understand it, And I think it's just so great when the artist who is creating this story has a vision and then maybe the studio's like, oh, well, there needs to be more sex. There needs to be more explosions or whatever. But they're like, nope, I'm going to stick to my vision. And I feel like, Brazil, they kind of stuck to their vision.
It really reminded me of Zardoz in the way that it was like a completely unique film with like no other thing to compare it to, because like most sci-fi dystopias, they try to go like super advanced, but this one was like, no, everything's basically like pretty like not advanced for like the supposed future, except for the ways that the government is using to oppress people, so.
Man, awesome. Yeah, so shit, to our viewers, if you need to catch up, I don't know, there's some good recommendations. I've got a playlist on my channel of all the different episodes, and you don't need to necessarily watch the whole episode, but if you want a good recommendation, check out the description or the comments.
Right.
I think we'll try and be more consistent and put our recommendations in the description, so people can reference it quickly. And so if you need a good movie, check out one of those. But with that, I think it's time to jump in to August 2025, episode 5 of Movies with Maliki and Wade. I've kind of changed my approach. If I see a good movie during the month, like I'm not necessarily looking back on a movie that I saw 10 years ago or something, but if it's something I saw recently and it really impacted me, honestly, like as I've been watching movies, I'm thinking, you know what, Maliki would love this movie, and I'll make a note of it. And then I just keep a list. And so, I've got my list here, but I haven't really... Anyway. My first recommendation. The End. Yeah,
The End.
I would normally... Yes, The End. I was going to say, normally I would smoke with you, but I've been struggling with insomnia, dude. I need to, and like, weed doesn't help me sleep. It just it makes my brain run in circles.
Okay.
It doesn't help. So I'm having a little beverage.
Yeah.
But The End. I can't remember how I came across this. I was just like scrolling around like, well, this looks interesting. Let me actually... Well, I don't need to pull it up. I know what it's about. It's post-apocalyptic. These people are living underground in a bunker. It's a salt mine. It's like an old abandoned salt mine, and they build this house, but or it's inside the bunker. It's this. It looks like a normal house. But yeah, there's the mother, the father, the one son. I can't remember all the different characters, but and these guys, they're going insane. They haven't seen the one kid who was born in the bunker. He hasn't seen sunlight his entire fucking life. He hasn't breathed fresh air. This guy is a different kind of person. He's wired differently. I can't remember if his parents have. I think they once lived outside, but dude, uh, shit. I'm pretty sure it's Tilda Swinton. Okay, I don't want to botch that. Let me look this up. Um, that's Tilda. Tilda motherfucking Swinton, dude. And yeah, there's not too many characters. The doctor, the butler. There's like rich people who live in this bunker. Oh, where'd you go? Where are we? Where? Oh, there you are. Hold on, let me catch my thought. Anyway, they're living in a bunker. They're underground. And surprise, it's a musical. Underground bunker.
No fucking way.
Post-apocalyptic musical.
No fucking way.
And then some person from the outside world, dude. Some stranger just by chance wanders into their bunker. And they're like, oh my god, another fucking human. I've never seen another human before in my life. And, well, do they escape the bunker? Do they live in harmony? I don't know. You'll have to watch and find out.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
So that's my first recommendation.
That's a new one? These are modern films?
Yeah, 2024. It was available on Hulu.
Just wanted to make sure I didn't download something from the 60s.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And it's got some
You
really
always come out with like the wildly obscure musicals.
There's some like really interesting subplots of corrupt morality, greed. I don't know, dude. It's so good. All my recommendations this month are just. Anyway, it's enough about you. It's your turn, man. It's your turn. Come on.
Okay. So it's interesting because I'm taking like a completely different route, and I'm thinking, what are films that like Wade might not have seen, that he might have not been allowed to watch? You know,
yeah, there's a lot of those.
Because my dad, big horror fan, big like into like edgy movies, and also really into letting his kids watch them. So in my childhood was full of movies that like even I wouldn't let my kid watch. So like there's an imbalance there, and I'm trying to fill in the gap, right? So I have two that are like that, and then I have one that's just like a classic that if you haven't seen, you have to see. So my first recommendation is Event Horizon. Have you heard of Event Horizon?
Ooh. I do think
this is a movie about a group of astronauts that go to a abandoned ship, and I'm trying to say it without too many spoilers. And there's a big overlapping theme between space travel being related to demons. So it's like a horror demon film with space elements.
Yes, I'm pulling it up now, and it's got the Jurassic Park dude. What's his name?
Yeah, a lot of good actors in it.
But yeah, I do think I've seen it, but I don't. I remember it being good. Yeah, can't remember much about it though. the like movie poster, I love that. Infinite space, infinite terror, Event Horizon.
I gotta look that up.
There's like this spaceship out, orbiting around this planet.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, pretty good. It's a good movie. They don't do that enough, where the space travel is also like hell or something. Basically, it's like basically a Doom movie. Like if Doom was a movie and it wasn't the Doom movie, which was really bad and about zombies and not demons.
Oh, hold on, let me. Oh, dude. Oh man. Okay, so Event Horizon, yeah. I'm just searching my next recommendation so I can. Oh no! Come on, the fucking movie, bro. $19.99. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about Event Horizon, or?
No, I think that's as much as I can give without spoiling too much.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. You gotta keep it. You gotta bait the hook. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Event Horizon, but it's a little tricky because I've seen that one. So
right.
For those of you who are keeping track at home, it's Wade 1, Maliki 0.
For the
we kind of keep score as far as
point system.
Yeah. But it's fun to make a recommendation when they haven't seen it. It's more fun when. Anyway.
Yeah.
My next movie. What's the dude's name? Dude, this. I'm gonna say it. By far, the greatest movie that Bruce Willis has ever been featured in.
Oh, that's a high bar.
Oh yeah. Like. Bar none, dude. Do you want to take a guess, a little swing? I don't know if you just think of Bruce Willis and.
Well, they're like, I made that joke saying like, there's a lot of options because I know like 4 Bruce Willis movies. So if I was to guess the best one I've seen, it's the one where he goes to space to mine that comet.
Oh my dude! Oh my God! No. Okay, hold on. We got full pause on the show. Like, can we just? A few weeks or very recently, we had some friends stay at our place overnight. And we're like, dude, what? We should watch a movie. And one of Jade's friends like, we should watch Armageddon. And I was like, yeah, I can't really remember that. I think so we watched it, and oh my God, I was suffering. I was in pure suffer mode. It was almost as bad as watching this Superman, but. Anyway, the movie that I'm... Let's jump back in. The best movie that Bruce Willis has ever been in is Breakfast of Champions.
Breakfast of Champions.
Have you ever seen Breakfast of Champions?
No.
Oh, man, dude. So, this guy... I wonder... Maybe I can... I kind of want to... well, no. Fuck it. Yeah, so Bruce Willis, he's a car salesman. His name is Dwayne Hoover. Dwayne Hoover. And then, hold on.
Oh, I just remember the best Bruce Willis movie I've ever seen is Die Hard. Why am I thinking...
Oh, no, it doesn't even compare, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
well, okay.
I'm telling you, this is by far Bruce Willis's greatest performance. It doesn't even compare.
I'll have to watch it eventually then.
Like Bruce Willis is Dwayne Hoover.
Okay.
But here's the thing. So Dwayne Hoover is a car salesman. Everybody looks up to him. Dwayne Hoover, you're the greatest guy. And he's got the wife. He's got the perfect, ideal suburban world. he's living in. He's got a full head of hair, I believe. Yeah. I mean, but the pressure is mounting. You know, so many people are looking up to him, and he just like, oh, it's getting on him, and he needs to escape. You know, he's tired of living this life. It's like, who's Dwayne Hoover? And there's this other guy, Wayne Hubler. It's a different character, but he's kind of got a similar name, and he wants to be a good car salesman. And there's some toxic goo, and there's like, look, if you want a dream sequence, sort of one of those weird movies where you're like, what is going on? And it's because the main character, I just forgot his name, Dwayne Hoover. Yeah, he kind of jumps back between being this like car salesman, being like an uptight, good, upstanding person, and then just kind of freaking out and being like, what is going on? Who am I? What? I gotta escape this world. And there's this, you could win a chance to go to Hawaii, and they're promoting this thing at his work. He's got to go to Hawaii, but then he gets, I mean, it's crazy. There's so much going on. It's a dream world, and it is by far Bruce Willis's best movie, bar none.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Breakfast of Champions.
Goo, huh? Is it spoiling it? Is the goo the breakfast? Is that a spoiler?
No, I honestly, man, some toxic waste. That was maybe misleading. I don't.
Okay.
I honestly can't remember how.
I was thinking the goo had an oversized role in the film.
No, it's one of those. One quick thought that I remembered I wanted to when I had that moment of pause before. You were talking about Brazil, and how I think what I really admire is when someone can tell a story without telling it. You know what I mean?
All showing.
Not just like literally like, this is how the story ends.
Yeah.
But like letting you come up with the rest of the story, like fill in those spots.
Right.
And come up with the story in your own mind. And that's kind of what Breakfast of Champions does well.
Bruce Willis is also in Pulp Fiction. Why am I forgetting? I'm just forgetting every Bruce Willis movie.
I still stand by this, because like Pulp Fiction, he's not one of the main characters, right? But in Breakfast of Champions, he is the star of the show.
Okay. That's exciting.
So that's my recommendation number 2.
Okay. So my next one is based off of a comic book character. It's about a comic book character, a man who is killed by like I can't remember if the movie makes any changes, but he's killed by like the government or like a mafia assassin type of guy, and to get revenge, he makes a contract with the devil to be like his like soldier, and so it allows him to come back to life, and he gets into all sorts of wacky hijinks. And
wait, can I pause you for a second? I think it could be fun. One thing about this show, for people who are watching, we just like come up with silly rules or something. But what if part of our system was you had to guess what the movie was?
Okay.
So like you set it up, and I'm thinking there's that. He played George of the Jungle. What's his name? And he did the whale.
Brendan
God.
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. It was like Bedazzled or not Bedazzled. He was like a devil.
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking
Hell.
about. I can't remember what the name of it.
But maybe not. Maybe that's not it. Okay.
That's not it. But that's a good guess.
That's my guess.
The movie I am talking about is Spawn.
Spawn, dude. That's so shit, dude. It's been. I need to rewatch that, because here's the thing. One thing that I love about a good movie is, or like, there's just been some movies, like even I watched Jurassic Park recently, when I made a little spoof on my channel, and like rewatching it as an adult, because I watched Spawn when I was a kid, and I didn't pick up on the nuances and the details of the story, you know. So like, yeah, I definitely need to revisit Spawn.
Yeah.
So I have seen it, but that is a good pick.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Who? Yes.
I think the last time I saw that was a couple years ago. So I might honestly rewatch that this month just in case you do watch it. So when you make like hyper specific critiques of it, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's just. I mean, it's like really serious and really goofy at the same time. I don't know if it's the era that it was created in, but I think it's more serious than you remember it being, probably. Like, because I mean, it's like marketed nowadays. It would probably be marketed towards like teenage boys, but it's a pretty like heartbreaking story about a man coming to terms with his own death, you know. So it's kind of a little deeper than what you would expect from like a comic book movie. So that's probably the most I would say about it.
I'm just having a random memory of how. So there's the clown guy, or whatever. Or I think doesn't the clown guy transform into a monster, and he's got there's some monster.
He either is the devil or he works for the devil, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
I just have this faint memory of there's a character with like the bottom jaw is like super long, and either I don't think I owned the toy, but like my friend or my brother had this toy, and you could move the jaw of the toy, like that was an independent thing.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought that was so cool. A little Spawn toy. All right. Okay, so we're on to. Let's see. Should we? Oh man. Okay. Well, maybe before we wrap up, maybe let's see. What I wanted to talk about the bone. No, we gotta leave that for the end.
We got 2 more movies to talk about.
Yeah. Right. All right. I'm just taking a pause. So one thing I've been thinking about as far as this creative project of movies with Maliki and Wade is I don't want to be influenced by the way that other people do stuff. I'm going to talk more about this in my Wizardology show, this upcoming Wizardology show every second Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Wizard Show. But
good plug.
Yeah. But like really, I feel like a cult is anything that changes the way you think, behave, or feel. Thoughts, behaviors, emotions. It doesn't necessarily need to be a religion. It just needs to be any kind of system or anyone who tells you, hey, this is how you should do things. And with fucking YouTube, dude, I'm like, ooh, I should have a better thumbnail. Or, oh, I should do this, I should do that. What do I feel? What do I think? and I just want to be like a couple of buddies talking about movies. I don't want to worry about we went 3 hours, we only went 15 minutes. Like, if the conversation's good, just keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about pacing, don't worry about that stuff. So I think that's what I have to say about that. Well, I just to apply that to this show, you know, I don't really, I just want to let it be free flowing, kind of whatever we want to do. But
no, I agree with that sentiment.
yeah, I'm glad, dude. I consider you one of my very good friends.
Yeah,
I really do.
I mean, you're one of the few friends I have at this point. And we've been friends for a while. I've had shorter friendships at this point that people I remember very fondly. So I think, I mean, it's been long term and digital, but honestly, like, I know you better than I know a lot of people that I know in my personal life. Like, so I consider you a close friend.
It's interesting too that, like, I've never had a friendship, like a friendship that has been purely digital.
Right.
We've never met in person, and I think that's kind of something cool about the show, man. We got
this way.
Oh,
for season 2.
Dude, I was thinking of I don't know when. We'll have to, you know, we'll keep it a surprise for the next episode. But I've got a fun idea. Okay. Episode 6, Movies with Maliki and Wade. Now it's going to be on Maliki's channel. I'll leave a link in the description. But we alternate this month, that month. So September is going to be on your channel, and it's just gonna, the snowball is gonna keep growing. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
But we gotta talk about my last movie recommendation. Oh, dude. So, okay, so now you're gonna try and guess it if you've seen it. See how I can cue this up. Well, so there's this guy who, you know, standard guy, living the classic American life, got a job that he you know, cubicle job, classic story where he's just another cog in the machine. He's just another nobody, and he hates his job, and no one really understands him. And then he goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Oh, hey, by the way, you have a terminal illness. You're going to die. You're going to die in a few months." And it really, he's like, "What do I do now?" And he comes across these scenarios. I'm trying to remember what, like, the first thing that triggers his idea. But it's just something... It's something annoying. Like, he's sitting in a movie theater, and somebody's just like, "Oh, hi, I'm in the movies. Don't worry about me. Blah, blah, blah." And he's like, and he realizes, I'm going to die in a few months. There's really no rules that apply to me. I can kill this piece of shit human, and the world is going to be a better place because of it. Now, gosh, I really wish... Here's where I gotta...
I think I know what movie you're talking about. I just can't remember the name. So I'm like looking deep into the recesses of my mind.
It really doesn't start with, like, the first infraction or whatever, or like the first offense that he...
God Bless America?
God Bless America, dude.
I've never seen it though. Like,
shit, dude.
My sister really likes.
My other friend, my good friend that I've known since I was 16, almost going on 20 years now. Yeah. Mike recommended this movie to me. And then so I pass that on to you. God bless America. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Dude, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's violent as fuck. There is blood and gore and death, and it makes you question morals. And dude, that is a solid recommendation.
Yeah. I mean,
God bless me.
No matter what I choose this month, that is one I really have been meaning to watch for a long time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like the modern day Taxi Cab is what I've heard it called or compared to. That's the movie John Hinckley really liked with Robert De Niro. Oh, if you've never heard of it, then that should have been my recommendation.
No, I've
don't
heard
recommend
of it.
Movies I don't recommend movies I haven't seen, so I wouldn't recommend it anyway. I'd have to watch it and then recommend.
Wait, you've seen Taxi Cab?
No, I've never seen it. Is it Taxi Cab or Taxi Driver? I think it's
but with De Niro.
Robert De Niro,
you know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Oh no, that's the one where he's young Robert De Niro, and he's like, "You feeling lucky? You feeling lucky, punk?" He's got the gun, right? That's that iconic scene. He's like, where that quote comes from, where he's like, "Tell me, you feel no shit." Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm goofing up my references.
I've never seen it.
We'll put a little asterisk by Taxi.
I'm surprised
something.
you didn't quote the part in They Live where he says, "I'm here to."
Oh shit, dude! Okay, hold on a second. Let me do this. Maybe I'll edit this as the intro. But what I was planning to do is this a little. I'm here to review movies and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
That was good. Good delivery.
But that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
That was good. Okay, so the last recommendation I have is a classic horror film. I'm surprised I haven't recommended it yet. It's been remade several times, and I think this was the newest remake before they just perfected it and never went back to it. It has another Jurassic Park guy in it. I guess that's the secret theme of my recommendations today. It's called The Fly.
Oh,
The Fly.
Dude, yes.
There's a secret theme in The Fly that I think is very like kind of woke for its time, and that theme is of pro-choice. It's a pro-choice movie, you know, as an abortion theme.
I don't think because I did watch it recently within like a couple years, but yeah, I didn't really. I just kind of found it as like a curious story. Definitely iconic. Mm-hmm. Like what a unique story. This.
I fucking love that movie.
It's like a time or no, not a what do you call it? Teleportation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fly gets in there.
Which is, funnily enough, also another theme with Event Horizon, because they're trying to teleport in Event Horizon as well.
Teleport. Oh. No, so Event Horizon. Let's maybe at this point. Yeah, so Event Horizon, Spawn, and The Fly, and then my recommendations were The End, Breakfast of Champions, God Bless America. I kind of unknowingly created a theme for my recommendations too, as a kind of like a view on this American culture, like views on the status quo, you know, and kind of breaking free of that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's your theme, and mine is teleporting.
Teleporting. Nice. How do we? Can we high five? How do we?
Okay.
Does that work?
This way.
Oh yeah. Bam! Oh wait, here. Let's hold on. Let's time it. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
And
stuff right here.
boom! Oh, that was probably pretty good. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Good enough. Okay.
We have an amazing bonus movie. So every month, every motherfucking month, I've got 3 recommendations. Here, give me a 3. Give me a 3 over there.
Keep
3 and 3
flipped
movies, and then we got a bonus. But before we talk about the bonus, I got to talk about. Oh, dude, I don't know, man. We're talking about Superman. You saw it.
Yeah. I have a pre-written review here, so you can go ahead and give your review, and then I have an untainted one. Or I can
you go
say
first.
Mine first. Okay.
I gotta hear what you.
So you kept it vague with me, but I can tell you didn't like the movie. But I watched it. I have my own opinion on it, and here is the review I wrote on. I think it's 9 out of 10 stars. Honestly.
No, Maliki, you're breaking my heart.
I call every movie 9 out of 10 stars, but Superman was okay. But here's my review. I wrote this July 25th, so untainted by any of this interaction.
Okay. I'm like,
Superman was good, but I always get uncomfortable when a movie sells me a feeling that is generally lacking in the real world. In this case, the feeling of justice being served was almost too saccharine and optimistic for the times, but I guess people probably need that right now to some extent. That was the review I wrote a week ago.
Okay, so I agree with you to an extent. So here's what I feel. Because I've been looking at other people reviewing and stuff, and I do agree that there are some interesting elements to the story. Like the hyper rich billionaire Lex Luthor is corrupt and evil, and like Superman, he's ultimately powerful, like beyond powerful, but all he wants is good. You got Lex Luthor, who's a nobody, loser, wimp, piece of shit, but he has power among the social cultural system, and has that influence. He's an influence. And then like Superman, physically super powerful, culturally, socially, he gets attacked. You know, all the comments, the bullshit online.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I think you might.
The monkey bots.
Oh, no. I stop. I got a full stop. I think that the story is interesting, but it was way. Here I have this precious little story, right? And I'm trying to like admire it, and cute little story. But I got all these distractions, like the visuals, the music, the acting. He saves this like squirrel. The physics of, you know, this building is tipping over, and he just like it. One of the things that takes me out of the reality of the story is when they break the rules of the story or break the rules of physics. If a building is falling and you hold it, like, imagine you trip and fall, and someone tries to catch you with a couple of needles. You like because I studied right.
Yeah.
Because like I studied engineering in college, and so I see something that like the physics doesn't make sense. like, sure, Superman can fly. They've established that rule in part of the story. But construction of building and like the dominoes, like of buildings. My god, dude! I
should have had a feeling that was one of the big problems you had, because that's one point where I was like, what's going on here? And because I remember I'm like a big like anti-truther, right? I don't like conspiracies like at all. And I get really, like, not necessarily hostile with people, but I know my shit. And so, like, 9/11 truthers, I always come at them with, like it looks like a controlled demolition and it falls that fast because the building lost its, like, its composure and it collapses down.
Yeah.
It collapses down at a free fall. And buildings, if they were all collapsing like that, they wouldn't be, like, dominoing across the whole
thing. Yes! Dude, that's, like, I mean...
I even made a joke in the movie theater to my sister about this. I was like, thank God there was nobody in any of those buildings.
Yeah, dude, I know. I was, see, like, shit like that. Because they're fleeing the city and like, obviously, thousands of people would be dying. But then Superman stops a whole building to save that one person who's sitting in a car. Oh my God, dude, it's an insult to my intelligence. You get that? You get that? It's like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're a stupid dumb shit, and you're gonna buy this. You're gonna buy a ticket for it. So, here's where I'm gonna leave it. I love the story of Superman and Lex Luthor, but the execution was a big fat fucking F. F minus piece of shit garbage movie. The tear in the... Okay, at one time I almost lost my shit. Superman is in the anti-proton river, which an anti-proton is just an electron. But he's in the pocket universe in the anti-proton river, and he's got an alien baby in one hand. He's got a dog pulling him out because, like, he can't muster his way out. And, don't forget about the Element guy who's shooting a rocket out of his asshole, and he's going into a black hole. But wait! Superman remembers, I've got a super breath. And he blows his way out of the fucking black hole. How stupid. Oh my God, dude. Zero, man. Yeah. I can't with that.
I get that. That's funny because I have to admit I was distracted by a lot of like the feel goodiness to notice like how bad the Deus Ex Machina functioned in the movie, except for like the tear really bothered me too, especially when it comes back, because like the amount of damage that this would have caused just going forever. And there's a point in the time like they act like it's really important for like the second quarter of the movie. It's like really important that this rip happens, and then after the rip happens and goes through the city, they just stop talking about it, and it's not a big deal because they're dealing with other shit. Like
also like the rip in the universe is happening, and then they're just like, oh wait, hold on, let me just program it. Zip back. Dude, I also what was Mr. T?
Mr. Terrific.
Terrific, dude. His like mask. It was like weird. I was uncomfortable with it. I'm like, it was like felt like blackface of a black person doing blackface. I don't know. Like he had black lipstick.
Yeah. I think it's just to look as much like the comic book character as possible. And maybe the comic book character, there's a good chance it's drawn by white guys a lot of the time. So maybe some of those features are exaggerated, you know? I mean, they did a Black Thor, and it was pretty offensive.
Okay. Well, so I pulled up the images. I see that it's close to the comic book, so that saves that. But I was like, this is kind of weird. It's just like
what
big
the fuck's up with this guy's face?
Black T on his face. I don't know.
Yeah. It's it has a lot of functional problems with that stuff, I guess. You're right.
All right, dude. We're moving on. We've got what everybody's been waiting for, the bonus movie. And I'm pulling up my screenshots so I can remember this train of thought. Oh, wait. Okay. So, a while ago, my spouse, Jade, heard about this show. And I couldn't remember what it was called. So the crazy thing about this, and this isn't the bonus recommendation, but it's a great, interesting show. They filmed one episode. It was going to be a series, a show, kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Fred Rogers, except it's in this nice little cozy cabin. He's got there's like flower puppets and a little squirrel puppet, and it's this black guy and he sings. He said, "Let me sing you a song," and it's this interesting. It's a great show, but I could not remember what it was called. And I mean, man, if you've ever been in that situation where you're like, what was that called? And I'm trying to Google, a show that filmed one episode. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there's the black guy, and I'm searching everything. There was a cabin, what was it called? The first thing that came up was this Wikipedia article, the Magic Cottage TV series. And I'm like, wait a second, what is this? That's not what I was thinking about. I don't know what the fuck that is. And I was going down the rabbit hole. Or no, there was something else called like Cozy Cabin or the Cozy Cottage. No, there was a Cozy Cabin. And then I found this.
Okay.
The Magic Cottage, 1998, by James Herbert, starring Kim Wall and Catherine. Dude, this is the weirdest thing I've found in a long time. So, it's an hour and 23 minutes, and it's completely black. It's like an audio book, but it's like a movie.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like it's a story. And I started listening to it. And there's this magic, and there's this like religion, and these I only listened to like 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, this is interesting. This is weird. I've got to tell my buddy Maliki about this. So that's your bonus movie. And yeah, we'll have to what I want to do is, like, instead of just putting it on in the background, I want to, as if I was watching a movie, sit down, get cozy, put it on the TV, and just see what this story's about. The Magic Cottage. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty weird. Is that a YouTube link? So there's a YouTube link?
Well, man, dude, side note, because I was telling you about how I had like sleep insomnia, and I was, last night I was up till 4 a.m. Like 4 a.m. and I finally fell asleep, and then I woke up at 6 a.m.
Jesus.
I'm on 2 hours of sleep. The night before, maybe 5 hours of sleep. And it's frustrating. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna crash hard. Hopefully tonight. But I've just like have all these excited, creative ideas, like a kid on Christmas Eve. And this show is right there in that threesome. Movies with Wade and Maliki and Wade. I don't know if you noticed, but in the song, it sounded better musically to movies with Wade and Maliki.
Yeah,
But the title looks better as Maliki and Wade. So whatever. We're just a couple of
no rules. That's
watching
the thing. We keep track of points. We don't keep track of points. Show has 2 different names. Theme song has different names than the show. I love it.
All right. Well, to those of you who are watching, people who love watching movies, hope you enjoyed our recommendations. We're gonna wrap up the show and see you next month and say goodbye for now. Hope you enjoyed the show. Give it a like and subscribe. Check out Maliki's channel, all that fucking shit. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Check out my channel.
Until next month. Bye.